Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, August 14, 11:42 America, New York. Russia's Putin urges stronger response to Siberian wildfires. Russian President Vladimir Putin has urged authorities to strengthen their efforts to fight wildfires in northeastern Siberia, calling the situation unprecedented. New York Times World News, August 14, 11:36 America, New York. Powerful earthquake strikes in Haiti. Seismologists reported that a magnitude -7.2 quake struck in the west of the country, and heavy damage was reported in at least 2 cities.
World CBS News, com. August 14, 11:36 America, New York. Canada to require COVID vaccine for travelers. All commercial air travelers and passengers on trains traveling between provinces and on cruise ships will need to be vaccinated, Canada announced.
ABC News International, August 14, 11:31 America, New York. Chinese police detain 2 in Alibaba sexual assault case. Chinese police have detained 2 men on suspicion of sexual assault in a high-profile case involving Alibaba Group, the world's biggest e-commerce company. ABC News International, August 14, 11:30 America, New York. The latest. Czech diplomats to be evacuated to Kabul airport. The Czech Republic's foreign minister says he has decided to immediately evacuate Czech diplomats from the Czech embassy in the Afghan capital to Kabul's international airport.
Wall Street Journal World News, August 14, 11:22 America, New York. Haiti hit by strong earthquake, some buildings reportedly collapse. Collapsed buildings and possible deaths are reported in the wake of a magnitude 7.2 earthquake that struck Haiti. The epicenter is near the southern town of St. Louis du Sud.
New York Times World News, August 14, 11:22 America, New York. Los Angeles, Chicago back vaccine mandate for teachers. The 2 systems have announced some of the strongest vaccine requirements to date, which could put pressure on other cities, like New York. A back-to-school event that included coronavirus testing, vaccines, and free backpacks in Los Angeles last week.
BBC News World, August 14, 11:17 America, New York. Afghan conflict. Taliban near Kabul in attack northern stronghold. Afghanistan's president addresses the nation as the militants seize more territory.
RT World News, August 14, 11:17 America, New York. First video show widespread destruction after Haiti earthquake. With the dust still settling after a powerful 7.2 earthquake struck Haiti, video footage captured the devastation wrought on the Caribbean nation, as reports claimed hospitals are being overwhelmed with the injured.
Time, August 14, 11:15 America, New York. 7.2 magnitude earthquake hits off the coast of Haiti. Port-au-Prince, Haiti. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Haiti on Saturday, with the epicenter 12 kilometers, 7.5 miles, northeast of St. Louis du Sud, the U.S.
ABC News International, August 14, 11:04 America, New York. Polish president signs law restricting property claims. Poland's president has signed legislation that restricts the rights of former Polish property owners to regain property expropriated by the country's communist regime.
Time, August 14, 10:41 America, New York. More Marines arrive in Kabul to aid urgent embassy airlift. Washington. A fresh contingent of Marines arrived in Kabul on Saturday as part of a 3,000 troop force intended to secure an airlift of U.S. embassy personnel and Afghan allies as Taliban insurgents approach the outskirts of the capital.
New York Times World News, August 14, 10:41 America, New York. Mysterious hacker group suspected in July cyberattack on Iranian trains. An investigation by a cybersecurity company has concluded that a little-known group opposed to the Iranian government was most likely behind the hack that caused chaos on the railway system. Commuters on a train in Tehran on July 8, the day before the rail system was hacked, causing chaos and delays. New York Times World News, August 14, 10:40 America, New York. A pricey drive down Montenegro's highway, from nowhere to nowhere. The Montenegrin leader says that an almost $1 billion Chinese-built highway approved by his predecessor has badly strained the country's finances. A view of the new Chinese-built expressway that was constructed through the mountains of Montenegro at a cost of almost $1 billion.
BBC News World. August 14, 10:37 America, New York, Haiti. Many deaths feared after major 7.2 magnitude earthquake. A 7.2 magnitude quake hits the Caribbean nation, which is still recovering from the devastation of 2010.
Washington Post World. August 14, 10:36 America, New York. Magnitude 7.2 earthquake hits Haiti. Quake levels dwellings in island nation southwest. Buildings shook in Jamaica. RT World News. August 14, 10:28 America, New York. Protesters pour into Paris as resistance to Macron's health pass spawns array of unauthorized street cafes, videos. Opposition to France's compulsory vaccine regime and its so-called health pass has sparked another weekend of protests across the country. In Paris, residents are marching, but also eating and drinking, in defiance of the rules.
World CBS News, com. August 14, 10:18 America, New York. 7.2 magnitude earthquake hits off coast of Haiti. Deaths reported. The U.S. tsunami warning system issued a tsunami warning after the quake, which was felt in neighboring countries.
New York Times World News. August 14, 10:18 America, New York. New South Wales enters lockdown as Sydney outbreak spreads. Premier Gladys Berejiklian called the state's case numbers, now at the highest daily level since the pandemic began, extremely concerning, and said, the Delta strain is diabolical. At a drive-through COVID-19 testing site in Dubbo, Australia, on Friday.
ABC News International. August 14, 10:02 America, New York. As Taliban tighten their grip, Kabul airport only way out. A Taliban offensive is encircling the Afghan capital and there's increasingly only one way out for those fleeing the war, and only one way in for U.S. troops sent to protect American diplomats still on the ground. Kabul's international airport.
Washington Post World. August 14, 9:59 America, New York. As Taliban tighten their grip, Kabul airport only way out. A Taliban offensive is encircling the Afghan capital and there's increasingly only one way out for those fleeing the war, and only one way in for U.S. troops sent to protect American diplomats still on the ground. Kabul's international airport.